There it is. I actually know the guy who made this game. Him and his wife live like about an hour away from me, and I met them at a Unity. There's like a Unity user group in that town, and I went there one day and I met them. Okay, so I've played the game a little bit, and like there's different paths that you take, and there's no like win-loss condition, so it's pretty casual or chill depending on how you look at it. You can squeeze the bread though. That's an important feature. And you can, I don't know, touch the flame or something? Sure glad to see you boys back in town, the woman greets them grinning. Knew you wouldn't be away long when your boat showed up without you. She turns back to her work. We tidied her up a bit, the smith and I. I think you'll find her seaworthy. If you've any further mysteries on hand. Yeah, so I've done some of the paths, but not all of them. You kind of have to repeat some of the same choices to get to some of the paths, so you can, I don't know, touch the fish. But the most important feature this game has are chickens. When and chicks. The old fella tells me you found what you were looking for, he says, lowering his flute for a moment. Bet it'd make a good song. And this is the old fella he's talking about, right in here. And if you check these books here, not that book, this book. This book? Yeah, that book. It'll show you. Same card, growls Hasty Beard. What is this burlyminatc.com/mystery rot? So, these are the paths that I've taken. Or the stories. It's the stories that I've done so far with their paths. And if you take the like unique URL or like the code or something, you can have an actual book printed based upon the story. This is kind of interesting. Thought you might be back, nods the old man. Have another look if you like. Enter code at burlyminatc.com/mystery. Hastybeard reads from the card. Yeah, those are the codes. They're a little off center. I don't think they're supposed to be that way. I think probably during one of the updates to the game that slipped in. That little error there. Not a big deal. I know he's updated the game to a much newer version of Unity though. Not really sure why. Maybe greater compatibility with newer systems or something like that. This is the blacksmith. He doesn't say much. You can fondle the tools. It's always important. They can't be sure, but this grunt sounds pleased at the brother's safe return. Now see here, begins Steadybeard. Last time we set with you fellas, you let us miss our stop. How do we know we can trust you? Sit, friends. To the Great One, all are worthy to trust the untrustworthy. Bravebeard snorts loudly, but the three men sit once more. There's a silence, and the nymphs begin to speak in turn. Within the Great One, there is only what is. Before the Great One, all nothingness is as nothing. The Great One brings to us... Final step. Please exit through the front with your belongings. Again, bellows Hasty Beard as they sail out. I'll wring their pasty blue necks. I don't know what he's angry about. I think because they fell asleep or something? I don't know. The music's pretty good. Once again, men and rocks stand facing one another. Then suddenly, a general chaos breaks out. Small beings, booms the small mountain. You have come back. The men step forward tentatively. Hello again, big fella, begins Bravebeard. How are the flowers? Flowers, shouts the rock creature. Shall I fetch one? Shall I? Hastybeard feigns excitement. Oh, would you? Before he finishes, the creature is already stumping away. I don't know if there's anything else to do here. I think there's not. I think I've pretty much done everything. It's nice to have a new some new dialogue though. Oh, I didn't change it. I didn't change the game. What? What a noob. Alright, name. Is that? Nope. That's not it. That's not it either. Hey. I did a thing. Alright. I have done it. I have fetched a flower. The men turn reluctantly from the enticing safety of their boat to face the returning earthquake. Oh boy. I thought my cat wanted on my lap, but he's not. He changed his mind or something, I don't know. Gently, the massive stone fist places before them what appears to be an upended tree. Why, thank you. That's the wrong voice. Gushes Hasty, Beard elbowing the snickering Bravebeard. What a nice flower. The big creature beams. What do you want? You're looking at me like you want something, but I don't know. The creature's shoulders slump, dejected. It has wilted again. I will fetch another. Turning, the mountainous creature begins to stump away, then stops. Maybe it will grow back, the creature suggests, turning back. At their chorus of protest, the big creature shrugs and continues on. As he thunders away, they breathe a sigh of relief. Quick, whispers Hasty Beard. I didn't have an option on whether or not to continue or stay. No, he's decided to come. Ha, yeah, I've got an Untitled Goose Game. I played it the other day. There's a sort of a similar aesthetic. What is it with this place? Shouts Brave Beard over the rumble. I'm starting to think Old Man Thunder has a quarrel with beards. Oh, he better not. As rain tumbles heavily over them, they begin to hear a familiar wordless chorus. So I think the last time what I did is I shrunk it until they all went away. I think this time I'm just gonna follow them. A flash of lightning suddenly illuminates their surroundings. "Women folk!" yells Brave Beard. "There are women folk in the water!" His shout is followed closely by a splash as Hasty Beard jumps in. Ooh! It's chasing that tail. Of all the kelp-headed half-wits, the second splash halts Steadybeard's analysis of the situation. Sighing deeply, he dives after them. Finding the dark water empty, the men quickly regret their course of action. Got a cursor. I can touch the fish. I think that's all I can do. We meet again, bearded travelers. You have sought new paths this day, she smiles. The mid nod unnecessarily. Yet still others lie untrodden behind you. Her gaze is deep, searching. It is well for you to bear. It is well for you bear the look of those who would seek them. May we meet again at the end of another path. Inclining her glimmering head in farewell, the creature slips silently away into darkness. They must be really good at holding their breath. These little puffins are fun. At least I think they're puffins. At least for a little while. Had another go, did ye? The old man greets him smiling. Well, let's see. Aye, he says, beautiful that is. As they turn to the shelf, he nods. I'd wager there's room for more up there. It looks like that was the same as my first one, so I guess the decision on whether or not to avoid the mermaids doesn't really matter, at least not for the bookend. But since it's a different number, I assume that there was some sort of change. But I don't know. I can't remember which choices I've already made, which makes it harder to know which choices I can still make that are different. I'll try one more time. Everybody in town just says the same thing, so there's no point in really talking to him again. And every time you get swallowed by the whale, so there's no choice there. If you talk to them, I think that's a choice, so you'll automatically do a thing. You can't get on the boat. Can't say I'm keen to squeeze back into one of those, says Steadybeard with a shake of his head. Especially that gloomy fella still at large. Especially with that gloomy fella still at large. Can't remember... Not sure who they're talking about. Aye, he won't forget us easily, grins Hastybeard. Shall we give him another go? Only if those beefy arms of yours can manage a different finish, suggests Brave Beard, ignoring Hastybeard's glare. He didn't take kindly to the other. Oh, you can take them off again. Okay. So I think you have three choices here. One is to talk to the people, and then you'll get deposited in your boat later, which then takes you to the island with the stone guy and the mermaids afterwards. Or you can come in here and you can pull on this. You can pull on this without the barrels or with the barrels, and I think that changes what happens. You got basically three different paths here that you can take, as far as I know. Don't think you can go left, no. Your little arms swimming are kind of fun, though. Tiring, the men begin once more to drift with the current. No sign of him yet, observes Steadybeard, just the smell of gloom and eternal despair of the wind. Oh, I remember now. It's death. That's what they mean by Doomy guy. Time passes. Bravebeard begins to snore raucously from behind. Time passes. There he is. Ahoy there. The grim figure says nothing as they approach, his mask a sullen blank. Oh, hello. Bravebeard grins affably, still paddling about in that old thing. Promotions, glares the mask, are not bestowed on failures, which as you may observe accurately summarizes the whole of my achievements. The men shift uncomfortably in their barrels. Anyway, begins Hastybeard after a moment. What do you say to another race? Once more he sets off without waiting for a response. Okay, so I think if you click, whoever you click slows down. So I'm gonna let that guy get ahead. Let him win. Gliding to a stop, the cloaked figure turns suddenly to face them. What a surprise! How unexpected! Who could have guessed? Shouldn't you be a bit more chipper, having won and all? Prods Steadybeard. You might think so, replies the creature, but now I will be given a promotion. And a new boat, adds Bravebeard. The creature heaves a final, desolate sigh. Exactly. Unable to follow this logic, the men discontinue the conversation and clamber dutifully aboard. Hastybeard sits at the back sulking. They are soon asleep. So I guess I'm going to hell? Or Hades or something now? I don't know. The sun is setting when they later awake. Their captor is finishing what appears to have been a long, dull story as they approach the cavern of a stony island. Here we are. Whoa, no. Where are we? Asks Hastybeard, forgetting to be cross. Is this the afterlife? The cloaked figure snorts. One does not simply sail into the afterlife. This, he continues unhappily, is a cave I have found. It is probably not a very good cave. It does seem to be a cave, agrees Steadybeard, but what's it for? It is for you to wait in while I fetch my supervisor. I expect that he will revoke my license and sentence me to exile. He adds a characteristic sigh. Shrugging, the men climb out. Hastybeard salutes the sad figure paddling away. Huh. This is a different scene. I'm supposed to do here. Oh, yeah. I forgot to try going left. I always try going left first. He sealed us in, the slimy barnacle, rages Brave Beard in the darkness. Struggling futilely at the door, the men fail at first to notice the strange blue orb that materializes in the darkness behind them. Okay. Halting before the two tunnels, Brave Beard breaks the silence. Well, which is it? Best wait to see what our wee guides have to say about it, advises Steady Beard, stroking his beard sagely. They've yet to steer us wrong. Yet, growls Hasty Beard. Wee guides? I guess he means the orb? Or me? I don't know. Guess I'll go left. That'll make it easier for me to remember which one I've done. If I don't do the other one immediately. Hope you don't mind getting your beards wet, grins Hasty Beard as they peer over the edge to the fathomless water below. The orbs lead on, out through the cavern's deep tunnels and beyond the island. When finally the last fades, no more appear. Panicking, the men swim frantically toward what they hope is the surface. Guess I didn't make it. We're probably gonna meet up with that line lady. There she is again. She'll probably say the same thing. We meet again, bearded travelers. You have sought new paths this day. Men not unnecessarily. Yet still others lie untrodden behind you. May we meet again. Slips away into darkness. I don't think there's really any way to like speed things up so that you can get to the decisions quicker. You just kind of have to go through it all. But it gives you a good reason, I think, to not play it all in one day. Pace it out. kind of want to see if Death has a new boat. Kind of weird the way they, like, kind of reposition themselves once they stop walking. Yeah, I'm gonna go see if Death has a new boat now. I'm curious. The game has some Steam achievements, but I never see them pop, and I don't know why. That looks like the same boat. I'm disappointed. Oh! They never got there. They, right? They escaped somehow? So we can't get a new boat if they never make it. I'm not sure what happens if I win. I mean, I know I've done it before, but I can't remember. I could check my old VOD. I'm not gonna do that right now, obviously. I suppose you will counsel me again to cheer up, sighs the cloaked figure as the trailing men slow to a stop. Hooray, as it were. Wouldn't want to muck with your endearing nature. Oh, wrong voice. Wouldn't want to muck with your endearing nature, snipes Hastybeard. It is rather endearing, acknowledges the creature. With somewhat more reluctance than before, the men climb aboard. With a good deal less reluctance, they are soon asleep. The sun is setting when they later awake. Bravebeard yawns loudly, interrupting what sounds like another dull story. Where are we this time? This, their captor begins, is another cave I found. It's the same cave, points out Steadybeard. Oh, the creature sighs mournfully. I seem to have ruined everything. Please disembark so that you may escape while I fetch my supervisor. Shrugging, the men climb out. Hastybeard salutes the sad figure paddling away. Well. Can't go left, gotta go right. That was weird. Like, wouldn't let me go. Halting before the two tunnels, Bravebeard breaks the silence. Hope you're not taking us left again, little fella. Got anything dry? Alright, time to go right. Looks like our cheerful friend forgot to lock the back door, grins Bravebeard. Following the glow of moonlight, the men step out eagerly into the night. Can't go left. Can't go right. It's a different boat. That's the end. Except she's above water now. We meet again, bearded travelers. Okay, I think that's enough. Gotta decide what else to play though. I could play Doom 2016, or the Untitled Goose Game, or any number of retro video games.